Turbo and 2K show.
What is up, 2K crew? Sorry about that. It was quite the transition. Yeah, it is that time of the week again, and I have to admit, one of my favorite shows of the year. I believe this is it's either our third or fourth year doing this show, and I think the last couple I've kind of done solo. So, obviously, well, I'm not solo. We got a little tipsy here. He's actually going to give us his picks later, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, the Kaler crew has had some unfortunate health issues, so big T's and P's heading over to them. And to be honest, Mrs. Turbo is going into the doctor tomorrow, so I don't know if we'll stay the full hour tonight, but we will try. That, and if you guys have ever tried to talk to yourself for a whole hour, that can be kind of tricky as well. But welcome, everybody. Welcome again. We are on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Like I said, we've got a hell of a show planned for you. And for those of you that are watching live, thank you. Both on YouTube or on Facebook. And for those of you new to the Facebook experience or new to us in general, I do have the ability to put your comments up here. But if you are on Facebook, click the link in the description so that our streaming software can see your picture and your name, so it just doesn't show up as Facebook user. It's a little bit more fun that way. In guys and gals, you only have to do it once. You only have to do it. Well, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, brother. Love you too. And yeah, we could put your comment right up there like Andrew's. We could have a conversation, and let's get it going, guys and gals. Yes, for those of you that are on the podcast side, welcome. And again, I have to be completely honest. I do apologize to the podcast side of things. I did kind of drop the ball there for a little bit. We are back on track, and our numbers are actually just as good as when we left off in July. So thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, if you guys are on any platform, go ahead and give us a like. And on YouTube, give us that big hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you can get notified every time we go live. And yeah, let's have a hell of a show, folks. Let's have a hell of a show. Like I said, this is one of my favorite shows of the year, and we are going to get into the prop bets, the fun prop bets you can do on. I really don't know if any of the books have some of these, but it is always fun to go through and yeah, you just kind of see what ridiculous things on some of these sites you can bet on. And I will tell you, first and foremost, this was a little bit harder than in previous years because of the popularity and the emergence of all the sports books. So, but never fret. I've got some really cool ones. So I'll go through it, give you mine, and then let me know yours. But in the comments, go ahead and give me your picks. Who do you got for Sunday? We are at a 1.5 point spread as of probably right now. So yeah, I'm super excited to see what you guys and gals say. And I do have 2K's pick here. He not only gave us a pick, but a final score. And I'll share with you our good buddy Scott over at the Shell Station. He gave me his pick as well as the game-winning play, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into it. There's some news that did happen throughout the sports realm here this week, and first and foremost, we do have a new scoring champion. In unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately. It's just that it's not that time of the year for me to follow the NBA. But we do have a new scoring champion in the NBA, Mr. LeBron James. And this is ultimately going to spark the conversation as to, oh, well, is he the greatest of all time? And I completely understand his career isn't over yet. There's still chapters to be written. I mean, hell, he wants to play in Vegas for a team that doesn't even exist yet with Bronny. So there could be multiple other chapters coming after this. But our good buddy Cody over in the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/2K crew, if you do want to jump in on that. It's a meme of, I don't know who the hell that is, but it says the scoring record didn't make Kareem the GOAT, and it certainly doesn't make LeBron the GOAT. Change my mind. Well, Cody, brother, and whoever the hell that is sitting there at the table, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And yeah, does the home run record make Barry Bonds the greatest player ever? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's a discussion for a whole other time. And as of today, I guess half of the NBA was traded to the other half. I don't know. It all started out with Kyrie Irving getting the hell out of Brooklyn. He's with Luka. That so far looks pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Luka didn't play last night, but prior to that, the game before was the first game they'd won without Luka on the floor. They won pretty handily with Kyrie in his debut with the Mavericks, and now we see Kevin Durant going to the Suns. Does this make the Suns like the best team in the league? I think on paper, you kind of have to lean towards that. But there's a whole bunch of other trades. The Lakers got better. The Pistons get the former number 2 overall pick. But that's not why you're here. That's not why you're here. We're going to jump into these picks, ladies. We're going to jump into these props here real quick. Jump into these props. Let me pull my thing up here. Let's get Andy's prediction. He says, taking the Chiefs in what I believe to be a high-scoring game, 38-34. I think the pressure is going to be too much for Jalen. I'm not going to tell you my pick, but I'm foreshadowing. I think I agree with you, but kind of for some other reasons. So yeah, I'm going to go through these bets, and like I said, drop your picks in, and I'll throw them up there. Like I said, this always gets a big pop from folks, so why the hell not? Let's keep the tradition rolling, ladies and gentlemen. But before we jump into that, if you guys are feeling extra saucy, go to buyturboabeer.com. Buy 2Ks and I a beer, and you'll not only be financially supporting the show, but you'll have a special place in our heart. We will give you a big shout out on the show, and you will be you'll be subscribed to my newsletter or my weekly blog. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. And if you are subscribed to that and did get the blog and you read it, you already know my pick. So. But anyway, let's jump into some of these prop bets here. And like I said, this if you Google search funny Super Bowl prop bets, you get a ton of actual prop bets. So we're just looking for the funny ones. Let's start off with the first one. How long will the national anthem last? From first note sung to last note sung. And I am on OaklandCountyMoms.com. That's literally how far I searched the internet to find these. But over 2 minutes and 5 seconds and or under. The over is at minus 165. The over is plus 125. I have no idea who's singing the national anthem. I probably should have researched that a little bit. But give me the under. Give me the under on that one. And no, we're not sponsored by any sports book, but if anyone over at FanDuel would love to pick us up, we would be gracious enough and just love your platform and would gladly welcome FanDuel to be the official sports book of the Turbo and 2K show. Color first liquid / Gatorade poured on the winning team's head coach. Orange, blue, green, yellow, lime, clear or water, red, pink, or purple, indigo, violet. Now let me find this here. Now I actually did do some research on this, and in the last 10 years, there have been 2 occurrences where they didn't pour Gatorade on anyone, being in 2013 against the Baltimore Ravens were the winning team, and in 2017 the Patriots. There wasn't any liquid poured on the winning head coach. But the overall favorite in the house here is blue, actually. They had last year the Rams, the year before that the Bucks, 2019 Patriots, and the 2015 Patriots, followed closely by orange and then yellow. So yeah, there's a little history for you. But yeah, I'm going to ride the hot hand. Give me blue, even though orange is the favorite at plus 350. Give me blue. And like I said, some of these are absolutely ridiculous. But here's the first really, really ridiculous one. Andy Reid special. Will Andy Reid wear Hawaiian shirt during the Super Bowl? Yes, plus 1,600. Or no, minus 15,000. So probably not the great bet. But yeah, give me no on that one. I will not make any money, but give me no. Another Andy Reid special. Will he eat a cheeseburger before the end of the Super Bowl broadcast? Yes, plus 750. No, minus 1,900. Again, give me the no. Probably short after, but probably after the cameras are off of him, he will enjoy a cheeseburger or two. Celebrity specials to be shown during the Super Bowl broadcast. Let's see here. Who is the favorite here? Bradley Cooper is minus 250, followed by Matt Damon, Will Smith, Kim Kardashian, Kevin Hart, Miles Teller, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mike Trout, Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck, or Pink. I have a feeling that if all of these folks are there, they will be shown. They will be shown. Who will be the first? Man, it's kind of weird to me that Matt Damon must be a Philadelphia Eagles fan. However, I thought he'd be a Patriots fan. But that's neither here nor there. But if you're asking me who's the first, I think probably Mike Trout would probably have to be my pick on that one. Philly boy, probably in his Eagles jersey, just like he was during the championship game. Who will win Super Bowl? Who will Super Bowl MVP mention first in his post-game interview? Teammates, coach, God or Jesus, owner, city, family members, none of the above. You got to go for God. You got to go for Jesus. Everyone, I mean, I'm pretty sure they teach you that in like school for post-game interviews. You got to thank Jesus. You got to thank the Lord above. So give me that at plus 210. Plus 210. Will a fan run on the field during the game? Plus 700, yes. Minus 1,600, no. I have a feeling with the Super Bowl and the security around there, I'm going to lean towards no on that one. No on that one. Andrew says, I don't think the score is going to be very low as both teams are offensive, dominant teams. It's very true, my friend, very true. But, man, two very good defenses that love to sack the quarterback. So that's kind of getting into trying to get that'll lead into kind of my pick later on. But I do have a feeling you are right. The over is in play on this game for sure. The Drake curse. Which team apparel will Drake be wearing on Super Bowl Sunday? The correct answer is the winner. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure he has jerseys of every single team for every single sport. But it's minus 350 for KC, plus 245 for Philly. I'm going to lean towards Philly on this one. First TV advertisement. You get to choose between avocados from Mexico or Hellmann's. Avocados minus 900, Hellmann's plus 500. Give me those nasty avocados for the win. Predominant color of Rihanna's outfit for the anthem. Black is the even money. White, red, yellow, gold, green, blue, orange, silver, pink/purple, brown. I'm thinking she's going to go bold here. Black would be the easy one, and then you're getting even money. So I'm going to go gold on this one. And then what's going to be her hair color? Brown black minus 375, bright red plus 225, or blonde plus 650. Give me the bright red with that gold outfit, like I said, just to make a Absolute splash. Then we got first advertisement between Doritos and M&M's. Doritos at minus 125, M&M's at minus 105. So close heat here. Close heat. Man, this is this is a tough one. Give me Doritos. They usually have. I usually like their ads a little bit better than the M&M's ads, even though we're talking about the first one, not the best one, but the first one. I think Doritos gets it kicked off with a bang. With a bang. How many TikTok videos will Jackson Mahomes post during the Super Bowl? Over 1.5 or under? Over is plus 200, under is minus 275. Give me the over on that one. Give me the over on that one. How many times will Kelsey brothers face off against each other be mentioned during the broadcast? This is an easy one. Over 1.5, minus 275. Let me hammer that. Or you go in the under, plus 200. National anthem, who will be shown first? Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts? You got to go Pat Mahomes on this one. He's the favorite at minus 135. State Farm Stadium, number of hot dogs sold at the stadium on Super Bowl Sunday. Now, I do have some see if I can find it here. Okay. I guess if you guys really do want to get in on some of these crazy bets, I guess there's a sports book called Bovada, Bovada, that does house all these. So if you degenerates need more to bet on, go open an account there. But I am on legitgamblingsites.com if you guys want to follow along. And it said here. In 2019, 16,300 hot dogs were purchased at Mercedes-Benz Stadium during Super Bowl 53. The venue has a capacity of 71,000, while State Farm Stadium can welcome only 63,400. That's why I'm going for the under in this market, according to this website. And I would tend to agree with that. I would tend to agree with that, given probably the price of said hot dogs, and just the overall, if 17,000 wasn't hit in 2019 with that capacity, I mean, we're talking, 6,700 fewer people, and you're trying to tell me you want 701 more hot dogs with that few people? No, give me the under. Give me the under, which is why it's favored at minus 175. Which movie clip will Philadelphia coach Sirianni show his team the night before the game? Rocky, Friday Night Lights, Invincible, Braveheart, Any Given Sunday, or 8 Mile? I think Rocky's too cliche for this. Just because you are Philly, I guarantee you've used this before. You probably got to come up with something with a little more kick in the ass, with a little more oomph. So the long shot here is Friday Night Lights at plus 1,200. Give me that one. Give me that one. Will any player propose to his girlfriend on the field after the game? No. Minus 600. Well, this one's absolutely ridiculous. Will Tom Cruise parachute into the stadium and hand deliver the game ball to the referees? However, absolutely awesome. If you do think that'll happen, it's plus 2,500. But yeah, it's minus 1 million for no. So that would be cool to see TC just drop in parachute style. That would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet. Let's get over to the legitgamblingsites.com here. We did Rihanna's hair color. We did the hot dogs. Now, to kind of piggyback off the hot dogs, number of beers sold in State Farm Stadium. Over 120,000 is minus 120. The under 120,000 is minus 110. And it says a lot of alcohol consumption will occur during the Super Bowl, which is just a facts of life. Millions of gallons of beer get guzzled during the game every year. An estimated 325.5 million gallons are consumed on game day alone. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not just at the stadium, I would assume, because that's a lot. That is a lot. At Super Bowl 53, in which the New England Patriots defeated the LA Rams, 117,400 beers were purchased. Also, there were 110,184 different food and beverage transactions during the game. Remember, that venue was bigger back then, and the 1,200 mark still wasn't surpassed. Even if the average person drinks more in 2023, the final number should once again be, or the under should be the line to pick. We did the liquid. Oh, surprised it took me this long to get to this one. But result of the coin toss for Super Bowl 57. Both choices are minus 105, heads or tails. And let's see what they have to say here. Here's another one of those weird Super Bowl bets I have to discuss. The coin toss is simply a 50-50 proposition. You only have two options that offer equal outcomes. If you also look at the history of the Super Bowl, the results are pretty even, with tails holding a narrow 29-27 lead. Is winning the coin toss auspicious for Super Bowl teams in the past? Not exactly. In fact, 8 previous coin toss winners went on to lose the Super Bowl. Here's a breakdown of the coin toss results over the past decade. We go back to 2013, heads, then 1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row was tails, a head, 2 tails, 2 heads. So if you're a betting man, which I am, you got to give me tails on this. You got to give me tails on this. Just looking at this, this is like the black and red on the roulette wheel. You kind of judge where you're at. I got to go tails on this one. Got to go tails on this one. All right, I did find, which site is this? This is actually sportingnews.com had some more. Let's cruise over here. Let's close this ad. If you want an even more in-depth celebrity to be shown during the broadcast list, this goes from Joe Biden. There's Wayne Gretzky, The Rock. If wasn't it last year's Super Bowl that The Rock came out and just did a promo right on the 50-yard line? They should have him do that for every Super Bowl. So I need to see that. I need more of that in my life. Okay, those are kind of dumb. Okay, how many times will Roger Goodell be shown? Over 1.5 or under? Over minus 189, under plus 115. I'm taking the over on this just because of the kind of the ridiculousness that a lot of us thought that the State of the League address was last night, and how he thinks the officiating is better than ever. Not really sure which games he's watching, but obviously not the ones that I'm watching. How many times will Tom Brady be mentioned? This is a slam dunk for me. Over 1.5. Give me that. Give me that. Whose mom/wife will be shown first? Donna Kelce or Brittany Mahomes? Donna Kelce is the favorite at minus 750. Brittany Mahomes plus 424. Got to ride the hot hand on this one. The Donna Kelce and the Kelce boys have kind of been the talk of the Super Bowl so far. So I have a feeling that Donna will get that first glimpse kind of pretty early on in the broadcast. Which will be shown first during the Super Bowl? Voice of Philly Special from Super Bowl 52, or video, not voice. Video picture of the Rocky statue, or video or picture of cheesesteak. The Philly Special minus 160, Rocky statue plus 165, cheesesteak plus 240. Give me the Philly Special. That's more recent in our memory. I have a feeling that one's going to come up more often and more frequently. Which Chiefs fan will be shown first? Jason Sudeikis, Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, Henry Winkler. Give me Paul Rudd at plus 175. Which Eagles fan will be shown first? Bradley Cooper. I have no idea who that is. Not Bradley Cooper, the Rob McElhenney. I have no idea. Kevin Hart or Pink. Give me the favorite Bradley Cooper at minus 175. You know what? Give me Kevin Hart. Give me Kevin Hart on that one at plus 400. Plus 400. This one I love a lot. Will clip picture of Andy Reid competing in punt, pass, and kick contest be shown? Why are they even giving a spot for no? This should be, just a 100% yes, this will. At minus 150, give me that all day, every day. To be honest with you, that should be shown at every Eagles game, regardless of the circumstance. Regardless of the circumstance. City Joe Biden says first during pregame interview. I have a feeling it's pregame, not postgame. Philadelphia or Scranton? Give me Philly on that one. Length of Joe Biden's pregame interview, under 4.5 minutes or over? Give me the over for plus 120 or 115. Player Joe Biden mentions first in pregame interview, Jalen Hurts or Pat Mahomes. Give me Mahomes on that at plus 160. And what does Joe Biden say first during pregame interview? Jobs, Super Bowl, Ukraine, Build Back Better, diversity. Super Bowl just because he's at the Super Bowl. Plus 145. And according to this, there's a ton of other Joe Biden props that you can get in on. Let's save that. That we are not a politics show. We are a sports show, so we'll kind of keep it to sports. Will Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen mention odds? Absolutely. The NFL is sponsored by a number of sports books, so why would you not? And on your biggest stage. So give me the yes at plus 275. They say odds. They mention odds. Honestly, pretty good at this point. Sports betting is now legal and operating in some capacities in 36 U.S. states, and Fox and the NFL have partnerships with betting sites. We've seen Al Michaels tiptoe around the subject of betting on NBC in the past, but we wouldn't be surprised if Fox comes right out and lists some odds at some point throughout the broadcast. This thing of ours should no longer be taboo if nearly 75% of our nation is gambling legally. Absolutely. That's why I say hammer the yes. Hammer the yes on that. Even though no is minus 450. Wow. Yeah. Plus 275. Give me that all day. All day. Will the Kelce brothers hug after the final whistle on the field? Absolutely. Why would you not? If me and my brother were in the Super Bowl, he'd be the first person I went and hugged. Yes, minus 320. It's kind of an obvious one. The better prop would have been will Donna Kelce come out on the field and hug the winning Kelce brother? Of course. What will happen first during the broadcast? Kelce Bowl said either Kelce parent shown. Ooh, I like this one. Kelce Bowl said minus 215. Kelce parent shown plus 145. I think they show the parent and then mention the Kelce Bowl. So I think the parents get shown prior to Kelce Bowl being said. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Donna Kelce, when will Donna Kelce be shown first after kickoff? First quarter, fourth quarter, second quarter, third quarter. All of these are plus. I think this is too big of a story not to feature her. It's got to be the first quarter plus 160. That's the odds-on favorite right now. It says Donna will be shown the first quarter, and we're 100% sure of that. The Fox producers won't be able to contain themselves with the storyline served on a platter. Exactly. Will Damar Hamlin be said during the broadcast? Yes or no? Absolutely yes. And why not? The dude should actually be there. Yes, minus 250. Give me that all day. I think I have just a couple more here. Any scoring drive less than the anthem? Yes. Minus 300. No. Plus 200. I got to go with yes on this one. I mean, we've got two explosive offenses. So yeah, if the judging from our prior prop where they had the over under at 2 minutes 5 seconds, even if that goes over, I do think, or goes under, pardon me, I do think we do have a scoring drive of like 3 or 4 plays that would be legitimately shorter than that. So yeah, give me the yes on that, even though it's minus 300. Will the weight? What will be higher? Weight of Jason and Kylie Kelsey's newborn baby. Try to say that 3 times fast. Or Travis Kelsey's total receptions. And I have to go with receptions on this one, and that's actually the newborn baby's minus 175, receptions plus 145, because the average baby weight is around 6 to 8 pounds. Travis Kelsey already has 21 receptions in 2 games and will likely see at least 10 targets in the game. He's earned an average of 12.5 targets in the 2 postseason games. Jason Kelsey's a big boy. His son will be a big boy, but you'd have to assume that the kid won't be 10 pounds when born. I agree. Says, I just got the notification you're live on Facebook. Got the YouTube one first. See, this is why you need to click that link so I can see who you are, Facebook user. But yeah, go back to YouTube. Go back to YouTube. Or just stay put. Whatever. It's up to you. That's why we're on multiple platforms, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we're on multiple platforms. So yeah, that's always fun. I mean, that is, like I said, it was harder to find those this year as it was in years past, but no biggie. We got through it, and there's actually a lot. I think with the addition of the Kelsey Bowl, there was a lot more Kelsey style prop bets. But hey, why not? And we learned something that if you go to that one sports book, you can actually bet on all these. So if you guys are bored, go ahead and I wish I had an affiliate link you guys can go to, get $10 free or whatever. But it is what it is. So let's talk about some picks. I think that's why we're all here. That's what the title is titled, what it is. Are you buying the Chiefs as underdogs? Now, if you guys remember, this line opened with the Chiefs as a favorite. The Chiefs is a favorite. I want to say they were a 1.5 point favorite. I don't think the spread has gone anywhere past 1.5 on either side. I really don't see it moving, even though over 70% of the money is on the Eagles, ladies and gentlemen. 70%. And if we look at the odds, like I said, I did these right before we came on air. Eagles are a 1.5 point favorite. And if you look at those, look at the odds, minus 110 for both. I mean, that's pretty steady. And it's been that way. We haven't seen a lot of movement in this line. And the steadiness of that 110 leads me to believe this is going to go through till game time. I wouldn't see this move at all. Now, will I keep an eye on it? Yeah. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. And the closeness of the other two, the money line and the total, does lead me to believe that these are kind of locked in. We could see the money line change just a little bit, but I highly doubt it. With those being locked, the spread being locked in at 110, kind of leads me down the line of these are going to be the odds. Are going to be the odds. Like I said, the shocking part is 70% of the money is on the Eagles. And like I said previously, excuse me. If you guys do subscribe to the blog, you got my kind of analysis, my very, very amateur analysis. But it seems to me that the Chiefs have the advantage when it comes to the quarterback. And speaking of quarterbacks, Andrew said something here. He said, in two, quarterbacks that are not afraid to get out of the pocket and to be a threat too. All in all, I think it's going to be a damn good game. I haven't heard though how's Mahomes' ankle. And last I saw Andrew, he was practicing fully, as well as Kadarius Toney, and I think the only one that's been ruled out is Mecole Hardman, which was a big concern for the Chiefs going into this game because their top three receivers, not receiving threats, because obviously Kelsey is their number one, and Kelsey's been healthy all week, but the receiving core was decimated with injuries last week, and we saw Hardman get placed on the IR, and MVS actually be activated to the team. How much of a role does he play? I don't know, because that backfield's kind of crowded as it is right now, and on the flip side, the Eagles offense, they have the major advantage with their offensive line and running game. The reason being is Jalen Hurts is an additional running back. Now, one thing, I'm more worried about Jalen Hurts and his shoulder as opposed to Mahomes and his ankle. We haven't really seen like a whole bunch of deep ball threats and a whole bunch of receiving going on with A.J. Brown. Dallas Goedert's kind of been his go-to guy. I think because that wing is not completely healed yet, and yeah, that's just my gut feeling right now. So if you're looking at which Andy, that kind of leads to your hey, there you are, brother. There you are. It's working now, my man. And like I said, for those of you on Facebook, you only have to click that link once, and it should pop up. You should be able to pop up every time. But I would honestly seriously consider a lot of the rushing overs for the Eagles, just because of that fact. I wouldn't be so inclined to take a lot of the receiving overs. If you are a negative better and like to take unders, then yeah, I would definitely take A.J. Brown under, and let's kind of see what those are before I start shooting my mouth off here. Let me log back in. Let's see here. Receiving player rushing yards. Let's see. Miles Sanders leads the way at 61.5. I think I would what scares me about that is Gainwell's been getting a lot of carries. Scott's been getting a lot of carries, so it's kind of hard to pin down one running back there. Jalen Hurts, 49.5. I know we're talking about two very different defenses in the Chiefs and the 49ers, but I think Gainwell was the only one that went over for the Eagles last week, so that kind of has me kind of scratching my head here. But we talked about the receiving yards. Goddard's 49.5, Devontae Smith 63.5, A.J. Brown 72.5, Travis Kelce 79.5. So those are some gaudy numbers. Let's see, what's the passing here? Player passing yards. They got Mahomes at 294.5 and Jalen Hurts 238.5. Like I said, what kind of scares me the most about any of this is Jalen Hurts' shoulder, to be honest with you. I think Mahomes is going to be as athletic as we're used to seeing him. Is he going up against a better defense than he did 2 weeks ago? Yes, by all means. But before I give my picks, I want to give you the Scotty Too Hottie over at the Shell Station told me it was going to be, I believe he said 37-30. Eagles win with a Darius Slay interception, pick six in overtime. Scotty Too Hottie throwing it out there, throwing it down. Love the guts, my man. Love it to death. That's his pick. That's his pick. And I think Andrew had a pick up here. I think. Yep. Just a kind of a recap. Andrew said taking the Chiefs win, I believe, in a high-scoring game, 38-34. So he's right about on par with Scotty Too Hottie. I think the pressure is going to be too much for Jalen. Now, let's do this. As I promised, Little Tipsy got at me earlier today, and he kind of chirped in my ear. And he put together a little parlay of his own. And yes, he is over 21, because obviously we wouldn't be showing him if he was not of legal age, considering he is tipsy as fuck. So here's Little Tipsy's pick. He's taking the Eagles -1.5. He's hammering that over at 50.5. He's taking Boston Scott anytime touchdown. Now you watch, this little fucker will get that right, and my bet is going to be wrong. You watch. Now 2Ks. He's taking, give me a final score, 31-27. He's taking the Chiefs by 4. So he's obviously taking the spread and the over. So that's 2Ks. And before I give my pick, I did put together a little bet this afternoon. And I've got Jerick McKinnon, anytime touchdown score. Miles Sanders, anytime touchdown score. Kenneth Gainwell, over 19.5 yards. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs money line. I think Jerick McKinnon is going to have a big day because of all that pressure that Mahomes is going to get from the Eagles defense. You're going to see a lot of dink and dunk, especially when it gets down towards the red zone. I think Jerick McKinnon, he was absolutely amazing all season. I think that's going to continue in this big time. Miles Sanders had 2 touchdowns, I believe, last week, and I think he continues to roll. I almost took Boston Scott on that, but I think especially if the Eagles win the toss, I would even look at Miles Sanders, our first touchdown scorer. Kenneth Gainwell is I believe this 19.5 was close to his line a couple weeks ago, and he went over, or like 3 weeks ago, and he went over 100 yards. So this is honestly one run. He could easily break a 20-yard run, easy. And as far as my pick, I am definitely taking the Chiefs as well. And if you look at the odds here, you could take +1.5. I think they're going to win by 3 or 4. I'm right in line with 2Ks, and I'm getting more bang for my money at +104 than -110. So that's where my mind's at, and I'm kind of going at it in a whole different realm here. Is that while I definitely agree with Andrew that I'm more confident in Patrick Mahomes in this big stage as compared to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has a better defense, but the last time we saw Patrick Mahomes, he was in a Super Bowl, hobbled with an ankle, kind of very similar to what we're going to see on Sunday. But I think this time around he's more healthy, and that whole team needed this bye week to get through, to get healthy. I think Travis Kelce has a big game. And I think this is number 2 for Mahomes and the boys. And I think it ultimately comes down to Andy Reid. I trust Andy Reid way more than I trust Sirianni. Granted, Sirianni is a whole lot more entertaining to cover as I guess you could call it sports media, if you will. He is a lot more entertaining. More dumb shit flies out of his mouth. But in the big situation, in the big game, I think it's going to come down to coaching. Who's been there? Who's done that? Andy Reid's done it. I saw a stat earlier today that he's the only coach to have 10 plus postseason wins for 2 teams. I think he's going to add one more. I think this is Mahomes' second Super Bowl, and I think it's going to be hard to stop them moving forward. Even if the Eagles do happen to win this, I do think this Chiefs team is going to be very, very good for quite a long time. The only thing, if you're an Eagles fan, that does give you hope is the NFC is a little bit easier of a road to get to the Super Bowl as compared to the AFC side. But I do think we're going to have a great game. I do not foresee a blowout. What would be absolutely tragic for the Eagles is if the Chiefs jump out to a big lead, like 2 scores. That will be completely interesting because we really haven't seen the Eagles play from behind that often in the playoffs. And we all know those playoff lights are brighter than regular season lights. So how will Jalen respond? I do like Jalen as a player, don't get me wrong. I think he does have a very cool, calm demeanor to him. He's more mature than what his age would tell you. But I got to ride with who's been there, who's done that. And yeah, even though 70, and that blows my mind. I think the last time I looked was 73% of the money was on the Eagles. Now, Pennsylvania did just recently get sports betting in Pennsylvania, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. But man, that's a lot of money. 73%. Something's fishy there. Something's fishy. That's where I want to see getting closer to game time. If that trend continues, where's the money at? Where's the money at? Because a lot of times when the money is like this, like the 70 plus % on one team, my feelers go up and it's like, I think that it's like, do you want to go with the in crowd or do you want to stand out? Now, if it's an overwhelming favorite, then yeah. But 1.5 points is not an overwhelming favorite, ladies and gentlemen. Not at all. So that's why I'm a little shaky, a little curious, and I'm not gonna. I did put that same game parlay together, just because I had a free bet and I had to use it before today ended, but. Net and I've been absolutely horrible at NBA betting, so I figured might as well throw it on the Super Bowl and see what happens. Andy says we haven't seen the Chiefs get that far ahead in the game this year with this new receiver set. You can't put all the chips on the bag on Kelce to get it done. You know he's going to get double covered all night. I'm interested to see how Patrick is going to handle that defensive scheme they throw at him. Absolutely. I mean, that defense is absolutely they're all dogs. They are all dogs. And like I said, Andy, I'm kind of banking on McKinnon having a big game. And I think MVS is going to be the recipient of a lot of single coverage. Just because Kadarius Toney, if he's healthy, he's that guy that can take the top off, a la Tyreek Hill. Not saying he's Tyreek Hill, but he has that speed and ability to take the top off the defense like Hill did. So he might garner a little bit more eyes on that from that defense. So MVS, I think, is going to have a big game. And like I said, just the nature of the beast, that dink and dunk, get the ball quickly out of Mahomes' hands. I think that's where you're going to see Kelce get a lot of quick receptions. And McKinnon as well, especially when you get down in the red zone. Down in the red zone, I think they're going to completely blanket and tackle and cover Kelce. I think that's why I didn't put him in my bet as an anytime touchdown scorer, even though he does, when it's playoff time, Travis Kelce comes alive. But I think just because you're right, who's going to step up, who's going to garner the double team to get it off of Travis Kelce. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. And it could be a very, very long day for Patrick Mahomes. But he's that type of guy that just finds a way to make it work. There's no greater improviser in the league right now. Andy says, do you foresee the Chiefs being a deep ball threat or a short yardage run game? I do think they do need to get the run game going early and often, just to kind of keep that pass rush at bay. Otherwise, he's gonna have that whole line in his lap. I mean, we saw it last week or 2 weeks ago with the Bengals. You know, Joe Burrow had little to no time to throw at all. And yeah, getting back to last week, I really wish we could have saw a better game between the 49ers and Eagles. Just I mean, not only do I like that 49ers team, it would be an easier gauge as to how good this team actually is moving into this game. That's the scary part to me. Throughout these playoffs, the Giants were kind of whatever it is. I mean, they got into the playoffs. They won. It's a good story. Did they really belong there? No. So even, like I said, even though the 49ers or the Eagles won that, I wish that 49ers team would have been healthy. I wish we could have saw the same 49ers team we saw weeks previous that were absolutely rolling. That would give me a better litmus test or gauge to see how good this Eagles team really is. To be honest with you, Andrew, that's what's scaring me. That's what's scaring me right now, is this team could be, historically good, and just we don't know it. We don't know it. The games they actually struggled with was when Jalen was out. Yes, they lost to the Redskins in kind of a fluke game, but they addressed those needs because they couldn't stop anyone from running the ball. I mean, the Redskins ran all over them. So what they do, they went out and get Ndamukong Suh and the other guy, shore up the defensive line, and they just go on a tear. They just go on an absolute tear. So to be honest with you, that's what scares me the most. That's what scares me the most. I would have a better handle on this team if they won, 31-28 with a last-second kick against the 49ers. That, to me, would have been, I could, and if that was the case, then I can see why the 73% of the money's on the Eagles. And the Eagles, if you look at the roster, up and down, are a more talented team. Are they a better team? I don't know. I honestly don't know. None of us know. And to me, that's, like I said, that is the scariest part. That is the scariest part. It could be a 4-point game, just like we've been talking about, or it could be an absolute blowout. An absolute blowout. This Eagles team could run up and down the field. I don't know, but my gut's telling me that Mahomes is going to find a way somehow to win this. And it might be that cliche, whoever has the ball last type thing. I mean, hell, Scotty Too Hot, he could be right. It could go into overtime. It could be that tight of a game. But I honestly do think we're in for one hell of a ride on Sunday. I really do. And let's be completely honest. Andy says, if it's a blowout, I'll probably pull my hair out. Yeah, me too. Either way. Just how hyped this game is, how excited I am for this game. For it to be a blowout would be completely disappointing. And I honestly should have waited to do that because I forgot what I was going to talk about. Please hold. Okay, it didn't come back to me, so it must not have been that important. We have 2K crew. Like I said, we're in for a hell of a game. Yeah, let's run the wrap up here real quick. I think we covered just about everything. We are getting close to MLB pitchers and catchers, which is always awesome. A lot of excitement around a lot of different teams. I just saw Yu Darvish get an extension from the Padres. So the Padres are spending money like it's water, which they kind of have to be able to keep up with the Dodgers. So I'm sure our boy Kyler Thornburg loves to see them spend their money because he'll say they're wasting it. He'll say they're wasting it. Well, 2K crew, we're right at that hour mark, so I do appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Thank you, Andy, for interacting. It does make the hour go by a little bit faster, and that way too, you don't have to just get my thoughts, my viewpoint for the whole time. So everyone, I do encourage you, the more you participate, the more fun it is for everybody. And no, I mean, we won't completely dog you. If you say something completely outlandish, yeah, we'll laugh at you. But we're not that type of show that's just going to dog on you and bag on you. Nope. Everyone have a great Sunday. Again, T's and P's to the Kaler crew, and hopefully after this weekend, both of our families will stay away from Bronson Hospital for quite a long time. And I do want to thank our sponsor, the Marcellus News, for letting us kind of procure their area in our 643 studio. So hit that link in the description, marcellusnews.com. Get your print or virtual subscription. We will see you all next week, and I guarantee you know what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be recapping the Super Bowl, because why not? We spent a whole hour talking about it this week. So next week we'll probably get the recap. We always like to sprinkle in some other ridiculous shit. Our top 5 will be back next week, so stay tuned for that. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, everyone be safe. Have a happy Sunday. Hopefully you have Monday off to kind of recoup from the festivities. But everyone be safe. Have a good weekend, and we will see you next week. And as always, Jim Rome, we're coming for you.